laughing at you and myself because we think marriage is a reward. Can we just go into the video and have a conversation? I do not want to say so many things. I just want us to do a serious thing, okay? And forgive me for laughing at you. I am laughing with you because I am a victim as well. So let's go into the video and have a conversation. Hi guys, my name is Ndung'u, and I'm so excited that we're having this conversation. This is Ndung'u channel, and the segment is Love and Truth, where we are talking about truths concerning love and just helping one another grow and become better, matters relationship, and just us relating with the people that we love and the people that love us. Today we're talking about marriage is not the reward. Why are we saying it's not the reward? Because if you take it as the reward, you will settle at just the fact that you want the title, and that is all that you are after. So you are dating not because you want to have someone, you want to grow yourself and grow them, but rather you want the title. And of course that can really weigh you down, because once you get the title, then what? Because that will mean then that is the end for you if you consider marriage the reward. Anyway, before I go ahead of myself, I'm going to give you a few stories, but all of them are related to me as Marion Mikali, because I have been through that journey. I just turned 5 years in marriage. My 5th anniversary was on the 16th of October. And for the past 5 years, I have had my years of learning and just understanding a few things concerning marriage, of course, and relationships. Now, first and foremost, I will start by saying I thought marriage was the reward. It was a reward that I was getting because, I have been through the most. I have been heartbroken. I have gone through fire with this gentleman out here. And once I got someone who was willing to bear with me, I had gotten my victory, and I was giving my victory dance. I am married until I got into the marriage, and I was like, oh, hold up, there is work here. It isn't as easy as I thought. We are lovers, but we are not similar. We are so different. It's like, I had not seen that one. I thought I knew my husband. Oh, I thought I knew myself. Oh my God, come and see. Behold, Marion surprises herself even in the marriage. So of course, I just want to be honest, right? Not because I'm trying to spook you guys not to get into marriage. Please do. It is a beautiful place, but it is a place for you to be molded and be. You have not dealt with character development until you get into marriage. You think you have been character developed by your exes. Get into marriage and you will see. And it's not because the person is bad. It's because there is something about you that God has not worked on. So he gave you this partner so that this partner can deal with you mercilessly. By the time we're talking about oneness in marriage, guys, it's not easy. It's not a joke. And I lie to you not. I kid you not, because in here it is fire. Okay, and me saying that means if you are not ready for marriage, please don't come. Please stay single. If you are not ready to work, ebuka uko, stay in your single lane and just do your marathon there, okay? Until you decide and you are consciously aware that marriage is not jokes, then now you can come. Sawa. And that is why I'm having this conversation with you guys, that marriage is not the reward. So that while you are there thinking and contemplating, and even some of you becoming depressed because you're not married, stay there, enjoy singlehood while you wait for marriage. Because why are you depressed? Sasa, why are you upset just because someone said no to you? Why? Stop your bad manners and concentrate. Now, let's now be serious. Marriage is not the reward. I am going to use my life experience to just be honest, right? And I know that sometimes once you open up your life, it looks like, you are telling us that is just a you opinion. And it's a me opinion. But if you can learn something from it, please speak it, run with it, use it, utilize it. Because guy, I do not want you to go through pain and fire. then why have we gone ahead of you? We have gone ahead of you so that we can be a blessing by telling you, by the way, as much as this is a beautiful place, there are so many things that come with it. The dynamics of marriage are so complex that, by the way, if you are not completely ready for it, just leave it. Okay, yes, we look like we are thriving, we take very beautiful pictures, we go for couples outings and whatever, but up and down is not easy. It's fire all the time, and you need to be ready to go through it, to go through the process, to be to be molded. Sasa, okay. So someone will ask me, why am I saying that marriage is not the reward? And the way they're there thinking and praying and asking God to bring someone so that they can settle down, they feel like other people have gone ahead of them. When they see two people walking together, holding hands, married, and they are happy in their honeymoon season, you feel like, that is what I want. Now, listen, guys, that is a beautiful thing. Marriage is beautiful. The institution is amazing, but it takes a lot of work, and that is why I'm saying marriage is not the reward. Marriage is just a title. It's like you saying I am Mrs. So it's like you're coming from just being Miss to Mrs. But that is just the title. Why are people getting into marriage and divorcing so quickly? It's because for them they thought marriage is the reward. So once I come into marriage, I am settling. Once I come into marriage, I am having fun. Once I come into marriage, I'm being loved forever. Once I come to the marriage, I'm getting sex 24/7. Are you here, men? Are you hearing me? Have you not factored in that actually we have periods and they vary? Your ex was having periods for 2 days. Your wife is having periods for 7 days. Yes. So 7 days with no sex. And there you are thinking 247 mechi, Yeah, when I sneeze, she opens up her leg. She's a person. She has emotions. Yes, she's your wife. Bible says that her body is not her own. It is yours, but her name. Before everyone gets that revelation. Okay. I've told you marriage is not the reward. So why are you so what are we saying? Why are you in such a hurry to come into marriage? Right? You're coming because of the things that I've mentioned. That is what you want to get. That is how you want to feel. I need my man to love me. Yeah, and he will love you, but in a different kind of way. He will love you by providing. Probably you thought being loved is not just provision, it's being hugged on a daily basis. It's cuddle and kisses all the time. Honey, baby girl, open your eyes. Marriage is not the reward. Okay, so I'm just gonna say this before I have other things to say, because I have a lot of things to say. I thought when I was single that when I get into marriage, I will get the things I have mentioned and probably more. I am the type that thought that, because of course, as we say, I am from church, so we are all told that we should abstain, and I really tried until I was 25. And I thought that now that I get into marriage, I'll be having and enjoying sex all the time. And I came into marriage and I realized I am the problem. I have a man who loves sex, who enjoys it anyhowly. But then here comes me, who thought, by the way, that I will be having sex all the time. I am now the one who is giving excuses. I'm tired. I don't feel like it. I can't do it now. My emotions are not there. I am mentally not in the place to just go in that zone. And sometimes when you're single, when you see your boyfriend or they touch you just like this, your body starts to boil. It's because the enemy is also making sex something that is looking so forbidden, so interesting. And then you get to a place where you have free will, and it's actually something that you're supposed to do, because once you do it, when you're there walking with your pregnancy, people are actually celebrating you because you're doing it in the confines of marriage. And like when you get pregnant and you have to walk of shame, because they're like, oh, what you're doing in secret, now we can see, we can tell. You have been preaching Jesus, now we can have the evidence that, by the way, you are doing something that you shouldn't be doing. So in marriage, it's like there is just some level of freedom that you get, but again, you are finding all things as to why the things that now you have been given the liberty to do, you are not doing. So that's why I'm telling you guys, marriage is not the reward. It's not. Sometimes you might think that what you are giving or what you want to give in the marriage, and then you come in and you realize you are actually not as good as you thought, and whatever it is that you're coming to give, you are poor at it. You have always wanted it, but you are not good at giving it. You know, like in terms of just care, in terms of communication, you have been the one that talks and not communicate. So you get into marriage and now it's becoming boring. And you're like, why do I need to tell you everything? Accountability becomes an issue for you. Yet, in marriage, accountability is very important. You thought that I want a relationship where we are open and honest. Now there are things you feel like I need to hide. Yeah, there are things you feel like this person shouldn't know because you have gotten into the marriage and you're like, it's not a bed of roses. So that is why I am insisting marriage is not the reward. So for whatever things that you think you're coming to get in marriage, unfortunately, marriage is for people who are willing to sacrifice, people who are willing to go the extra mile, people who are willing to just close your eyes and say, okay, I will not see that. Marriage is a place where you say, I will not. I choose to overlook that sin, that fault, that flaw, because you know what? It is something that I did not see, or because I wasn't staying with this person 247, I wasn't able to see it. Now I see it and I can't run away because I'm committed. Marriage is not the reward, guys. The reward is in the work, is knowing that, by the way, I have an issue. Let me tell you guys, I did not know that I had an issue with anger until I got into marriage. I usually smile and ignore when people around me just do crazy things. Sometimes it actually hurts me and I'm like, okay, let me go breathe and just go, because you know what? I might do something crazy. And I go breathe and I'm okay. In marriage, this person has offended you and probably they have done something, whether knowingly or unknowingly, and you're so upset and now you don't have room to go and take a breather. You don't have 5 months to say, I am not going to talk to this person. They are there with you. Not only have they upset you, in the next 5 minutes, they want you to go and have sex. Yeah, and you know what? Your body is not your own. And you need to enjoy, because if now again you don't enjoy, you will have pain. Yeah, because you're not as wet as you should be, right? And let me tell you, that can really break you if you are not strong enough. So that's why I'm telling you, marriage is not a reward. And I'm not saying my husband is a bad person. I am telling you, I did not know I had anger issues. Now I know. I did not know that I am not as nice as other people say. Even you that is watching me that think that I'm a very good person. Ask my husband. I am difficult. I am stubborn. I'm hard to deal with. Because I thought me having my own personality, me being able to see myself and see my future, I am sorted. I am the type of person that someone wants to be with. Until I learned submission just breaks that away. Because as much as you have your own way of doing things, you have a direction you want to move, you have to submit yourself under someone's leadership. And as much as that is where you're going, if they say go left, you need to go left. And it is not easy. It is hard. Many other times I have argued with my husband. No, that is not what I want. No, that is not where I want to go. This is how I want to do it because I know what I want. But guess what? Sometimes the finances cannot handle it. So we have to really do what he says. Sometimes the timing isn't perfect and we have to wait. But this is what I want. Marriage is not a reward. It's not the reward. By the end of the day, you sit down and ask yourself, what is more important to me and to this marriage? Is it the person? Is it the reward that you're looking for? Then you're like, okay, wait a minute. I need to sit down. I need to chill out. I will head there, but let me follow. Probably there's something that he sees that I don't. You know? And for men, I know that sometimes it's not easy for a woman to tell you that thing is not working, that thing you should stop. So it's not just the man, because as much as scripture says wives submit, there's also another part where it talks about submitting one to another, because there are things women see that men are so blinded concerning, and once it is told to you, you don't want to hear it. Marriage is not a reward, but there is a reward in getting into that marriage and learning your person and enjoying your person through the seasons. So I'm not going to talk about this thing for long, because let's not have very long videos, because I want you to watch the entire video. Marriage is not the reward, guys. It is not. The person you are with and God has given you, I think that is the person that you will just say that is the reward that God has given you. Because Bible talks about the wife. Once you find a wife, you obtain favor with the Lord. So by the virtue of the fact that I am a wife to Peter, Peter should have favor. So I am a reward for him. But the same reward that I am comes with a lot of obligations. In terms of before we were married, I was able to maneuver my way and find a way of my livelihood and just make sure that if I don't have lipstick, I will buy. I might ask him, and if he says he doesn't have money while we are dating, I'll be okay with it. When I ask for money for maintenance and just whatever, and he says right now is not a good time, probably the money I have I'm investing in business, that's okay. And I won't feel some type of way. I'll be like, probably, it's okay. But in marriage, I am a blessing, but I also came with responsibilities. Now, he needs to take care of me. He needs to be up and down, looking for money to sustain me, sustain my appetite, sustain everything that I am coming with. And now, because I am a wife, I am not just coming alone. I am even producing mini me and mini him. And the mini me's and mini him are the children. And how many of you know that children are hard work, and there are also responsibilities that are coming in? So you see the dynamics. So marriage is not the reward. There are so many things that come with the dynamics of marriage that if you look at it as I am just single and now I want to get into marriage because I want this and I want the other and this one will work, it's a lie. Ladies that want to get into marriage, and I know that every time you're praying, God, give me a successful man, give me a man with money, give me a man with money, because you are coming from a broken family, you're coming from a broken background, you're coming from poverty-stricken area, and you think that this man, just because they will come with their wealth, they will solve your problem. So for you, marriage is a reward. It is not, because he will come with the money. What about the attitude that he's coming with? What about the mannerisms that he's coming with? What about the complexities of his family? Probably a lot of men that I know that are wealthy, they are not young people. They are people who have accumulated wealth over a period of time. So he might actually have 1 or 2 baby mamas. He might actually be someone who is coming from a relationship with someone. There are children probably involved. Are you ready for the money to come with all those other complexities that you for now are not looking at? Because for you are so focused on, I want to come out of poverty and I want someone who is wealthy. Some of the people that are wealthy at a young age, they're either doing something that can compromise that, or it's inherited money. Inherited money means that actually the mother and the father can actually tell him to boot you. Yeah, because you did not work for that money. That boy did not work for that money. It is generational finances. They are coming from the parents. So the parents have a very huge say in their lives. And are you ready for that complexity just because you're looking for a reward in money? I talked about sex because there are times that it actually cannot work. My husband and I sometimes come in. I am probably interested in sex at that day or that particular time, but he's so exhausted from work. And he's just come and he slept. And he's so tired even he cannot eat. Yeah? I know if I touch him here and there, he will arise to the occasion. But I'm like, okay, let him just rest. We can do this tomorrow. Now, tomorrow, I am not in the mood. He is in the mood. And you have to come in and just find balance, because at the end of the day, if the reward for you was coming in and finding sex, what if your wife comes and has the issue of blood? We have heard of a woman who had an issue of blood for 12 years. And I'm not saying that you will marry someone who has that. But some of these come as conditions. It's something that he or she probably did not have. Now you have gotten into marriage and now the problem arises. Yeah. So if you came in for that reward, then you won't get it, right? And of course, you'll be frustrated, and that can be the end of the relationship. So you need to be dynamic, you need to be flexible, even when you're getting into the institution. I won't lie, marriage is beautiful. I have a gossip mate, I have a friend, I have a husband, I have someone who I can actually discuss ideas and just be like, okay, this is my thought. What do you think about this? And this is my idea. And I have someone who I can actually go and be, babe, I want, and I want them to do it. If God allows them and they are actually people who love you, they will walk that journey with you and help you. You have someone who can walk with you even in your toughest seasons, someone who can see your nakedness, someone who can smell your poop there and just be like, I love you nonetheless. That is your person, right? And I just want to tell us, guys, as much as you are enjoying the place, it has taken so much work. I can imagine people who are in their 40, 20, I don't know, 10 years, and they are tolerating the person they are with because they are committed. They didn't come into the marriage because of the reward that they were looking for. And as much as sometimes we get, there are people who actually get into marriage and they're so lucky. The things they were praying for, God answers through that particular person. So probably they were looking for some comfort place, somewhere of peace, and the person that they are with, whether it's the spouse or it's the other person, that is what they bring to the table and they offer it. But you will find that as much as they are getting what they wanted, there are things they have to deal with and actually also be able to evolve and be flexible concerning, right? Because as we all know, you will not get a perfect person. Every other person has their dynamics, they have their issues. Now that I've noticed I have anger issues, I just want to learn how to shut up. When I feel like I have something to say, I shut up and I swallow my words, because I am married to someone who, when you say something, they will remember. They don't forget easily. So now I have to be very careful, because if I say just anything anyhowly, guess what? I'm planting a seed in a soil that is very fertile and it will bear fruit. And the fruits, of course, will be fruits that will affect me, because if I hurt him, then the fruits that he will bear are fruits that will hurt me. If he hurts me, the fruits that I bear are fruits that will hurt him. And we have to really be very conscious about it. So because I don't want to talk a lot, let me just finalize by saying, do not come into the institution of marriage because there's what you want and you expect to get. The possibilities are you will get, but probably something else will be missing, or something else will be something that you have to work for. So are you willing to work towards it? The second possibility is that you will not get what you want at all. And now you have to decide, I did not get what I wanted, but I have to work with what I got. Because at the end of the day, you said yes. I want to say that you should be very responsible and let your words and your loyalty make sense. Like, let your word be your bond. I usually tell myself, I said yes to Peter. And there are things that probably I will discover about him that I don't like. There are things he does that really irritate me, and the vice versa even for him. But now I'm just talking on my behalf that, as Marion, let my words mean something. I said I do. Because I am doing this life with him, whether he likes it or not, until death do us part. Because that is a promise I made, not just to him, but before God. And I want to honor that. Are there seasons where I feel like I should run away? Oh, yes. Are there seasons probably I am the one who is the problem in the marriage and he feels like he should run away? Oh, yes. But because we have decided to commit to one another, let your words make sense, because you have been saying and committing. Men, if you committed to that lady and you said that you will do and you will be faithful, be faithful. Stick to your faithfulness, even when the person is not faithful. I usually say this, even if you marry someone because for you it's ever, I am cheating because I am not being given, I am cheating because and because, but majority is because you're not being given. Can you ask this lady, why don't you give me? It might be probably the way you ask it, or probably the way you initiate it, it's not working. So inquire, so that you can find solutions and deal with the issues instead of running away and going and finding someone else. And all you're doing is, instead of building the marriage, you're breaking it. Because at the end of the day, you're hurting the person that you promised to love and to take care of. And that can really bring another dynamics all the way. So guys, let's agree that marriage is not the reward. Okay? And please, if you're single and you feel like you're not ready for marriage, don't come. And if you are ready for marriage, be ready to handle everything that the person is coming with. And by everything, I mean everything. The personality, the characters, the in-laws, the relatives, because they can get crazy. But you have to be intentional even as you're building your relationship and your marriage. So thank you so much for being here. See you on the next one. Sindo. Bye-bye.